Hey everyone, this is Arado and we're here to talk about units that are worth your jewels part 2. These are units I personally recommend for tackling hard contents, and I personally use them when doing hard contents in JP. Please note that a lot of these units are mainly for hard contents and that for farming they might not be the best candidate. So if you want to check why they're good for hard contents, just focus on that matter. Or if you want to look at them holistically, then check both aspect and then check the overall rating. One other note is the status that I'm using are all based off JP. I'm not sure whether these units will have a change in their status when they get released in global. With all those notes, let's go ahead and start with Mask or Mask Dad or Fukumen. So Mask Dad, for hard content, he's a really good cover tank unit. So he has this passive where he can cover one unit and has mitigate in him. One unique trait that Mask Dad has is his overdrive ability, where if you do an overdrive attack, whether it be normal attack or an attack skill, he would be doing a small level of heal. So a small is somewhere around 800 to 900 HP depending on the love status. So those are really good for hard battles. And with Dad, he has the ability to gain all status attributes. Even though it's small every turn, he still gains them, and over time it builds up and makes him more tankier and last the long battles. That's why with Inherit from his other style, the Great Adventure, because it gives him 3 defense boost and also gives him three stacks of taunts. So that's perfect for him to either be attacked or actually be able to survive any attacks that he is covering a different unit. Next up is Matriarch. So as you all know, Matriarch will always be good, but for this one, Matriarch, the Valentine Matriarch is the tankiest style JP has for her, because they don't have the same ability of a 4th Matriarch like what we have in global, where she has high protect tension. So for Valentine Matriarch, one unique skill she has is the Doki Doki song, or the skill number 3. It does a buff to all party member with all status attribute, and then debuff as well the all targets with all status attributes, and it doesn't need to hit for the debuff to take effect. So that's a good opener whenever you're tackling some really hard content, so that you'd be able to kind of balance out the stats and then slowly be able to build up your defenses along the way. And then of course, Matriarch being Matriarch, you would just keep on inheriting any of her songs, whether it be Paean of Peace, Paean of Victory, or the Paean of Protection with the global change, where it gives one hit, one attack dodge for everyone, and then also gives a huge amount of heal. Next up is Megami or Goddess. So Megami, she has a really tanky stat for a support character, and then with her ability, she also has a permanent guard up being casted every turn. One good thing about her is she is able to cast guard up to the party, and then on the same skill would be able to cast moral down as well to all the enemies. So that's pretty good in a way that, you know, lowering the attack and then boosting your own defenses. And then with her kit, she has a single target heal, and then when she does some heal, it gives an attack and defense boost to the target, which is really good. Now if you inherit from her limited style, I forgot the English name, but the AoE heal for 1 BP, if you use that, then everybody would be able to benefit from that attack and defense boost. So that's why I pick her all the time whenever I do hard content, because of the emergency heal that she can use anytime, and being able to do guard up and moral down as a one skill. And lastly, we have Macha. This one is the New Year variant. So her main contribution in hard content is healing. So her skill number 3, or if I'm not mistaken, is translated as Holy Tree. So it does a 2-hit, blunt, and pierce, if I'm not mistaken. And it does heal to the party extra small effect for every hit. So you get like 200 per hit, totaling to around 400 heal, which is pretty good with, you know, how much hard contents are with the damage the enemy does. And then with Inherit, you can inherit Flame Hammer from her free style, and then be able to do int debuffing if you need to. But really, what her main role is to build up BP and then keep casting skill number 3 over and over. And then the other good thing about her is she carries over the ability she had from her UDX style, where there is a chance for her to buff the party with int, and also healing the party with extra small effect. So with all those, she's like a healing machine for, you know, for long battles. And then add up Mask Dad along with Overdrive Heal. So that kind of helps you in survivability in really long battles. So yeah, these 4 units are personally my recommendation. I would suggest for you to save up, because a lot of them are also in a banner with good units. Mask, for example, he is in a Saga Soul banner with Socho and Cream Hilt. So Cream Hilt is pretty good for spear and thunder element farming. And then Socho has some really niche application, and then to some extent that it kind of helps farming in a way. Valentine Matriarch, like I said, she's the tankiest style that JP has for her. So it could be debatable for global, because our fort style has high protect tension. Matriarch is with Valentine Golden Bomb and then Valentine Hilda. This Hilda style is pretty solid in my opinion. Good in boss farming and as well as AoE farming. And also she has heal. Macha is really a healer in long battles. That's her main role. And if you want, again, you can do int debuffing. So Macha is with Leonard and Balmante. So Leonard becomes, I believe, a row farmer, and then Balmante becomes an AoE and a column farmer, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check their skill kit. And then lastly, Megami. So Megami is part of the Double Music Fest banner. So she's good in the buffing and then with the emergency heals. And then Megami is with Talon, the airship from Final Fantasy Legends 3. And then of course, Best Mystic Virgil. Gotta get Virgil. I mean, for me of course. So yeah, these are the characters I recommend for hard content. I personally use them in JP, and apologies, the stage I picked while recording is a farming stage, so I'll be sharing some videos in the comment section to see how they perform in hard contents. And yeah, let me know what you think, and thank you so much for tuning in to this video. See you in the next one.